Let's go. Let's go. I told y'all. I told y'all. I told folks. Let's go. This One Piece we talking about. This is Usopp. This is Oda. Ichiro Oda. Never lose faith in Oda. All that nonsense is ridiculous. And for those who don't understand, need to learn characterization and character development, which I said in my last video, as well as, okay, concepts and themes. We're talking about One Piece chapter 741. Now, this chapter, as you see the title of this video, says Usopp the Pirate, but it will actually be split into two parts, because it actually was two parts of this chapter. I will not review this chapter, as I do not do reviews of One Piece for multiple reasons, which I have yet to explain, but I'm a One Piece addict. It doesn't matter. When I read this chapter, I read this chapter, doggone, yesterday morning, right? It was about noon. And before I finished, because I was busy doing a couple things along with reading the chapter, I got dude Sandro, okay, Mr. Scrubs. He goes and says, yeah, because he saw my last One Piece chapter video talking about what was it? The battlefield. That's what I did, right? And he's like, apparently Oda's proved folks wrong, and I'm like, yeah. And even more so, look, man, I told people, everybody who was saying this was character regression, oh, this is all the Usopp's character, oh, Usopp's a bitch, oh, Usopp's a pussy, blah, 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 blah. Shut up. But that's what I said, I don't care. We understand he's a coward. What is his goal? He's to be a brave warrior of the sea. What is Usopp? A pirate. I love what Usopp said in this. Let me back it up before I get to that epicness, okay? And then I'll deal with Kyros as well, because Kyros, I mean, let me deal with that. And it actually brings validity to a theory that I presented previously. And if you watch my One Piece Toy Soldier identity, you know exactly what that theory is. Now, with Usopp, we see Usopp running, right? Once again, can you blame him? No. If you understand fighting, you understand war, you can't blame him. Now, are we disappointed in this character? Yes. But who is, to those, they are now starting to understand what myself, I know Blaze Bolt Sniper said it, Manga Mean said it, the Phone 999 said it, okay, and there's probably a few others, very few. Usopp's character. Look, man, the whole point of the time skip was not meant to boost his courage or any foolishness. The whole point is kind of for the time skip for every single Straw Hat, from Luffy on down, especially Zoro on down. Luffy was kind of doing his own thing, okay? I mean, they all went individual, but Luffy asked for that time. The rest of the Straw Hats were like, alright, go Luffy. You see Zoro bowing at the feet of Mihawk to train him. We see, Dracula, Hawkeye's Mihawk, the world's greatest swordsman. We see Nami, she's in Weather Island. She's trying to leave, right? They're all trying to leave. But then, and Zoro and Perona, great relationship there. Will they be together? That'd be interesting. But, just a side note. Nami with the wizards, and learning weather. Prime example. Kuma knew exactly. Bartholomew Kuma, the tyrant Bartholomew Kuma, knew exactly what he was doing. I'm just saying though. I wonder what gave him the idea to split the Straw Hats up. Begs one to question. But we see Sanji go to the Akama Island and deal with Ivankov and her folk. Let's see, who else? We see Chopper with the medicine and mastery of the monster point. Or, he still needs Rumble Ball, but pretty much mastery. We see Usopp on the man-eating island of the Boyne Archipelago, and he's with Hercules, however you want to say it. Then we see Brook. He's on the long arm? Was it long arm or long leg? It was a long arm, because long leg's in the New World. Long arm tribe, and he tours the world. And then we see Robin with the Revolutionary Army back in the East Blue. Who else? Am I forgetting somebody? That sounds just about everybody, right? Oh, Frankie. He's in I believe the South Blue, and Vegapunk, Dr. Vegapunk, when his childhood home, was it Whale Island? I forget what exact island it was, but it's in his old laboratory. Okay, the experiment was held sacred. Anyways, all that was to do was to get stronger and more skilled. That was it. That's it. More powerful to be able to survive in the new world. So they couldn't face utter and complete defeat, and utter and complete defeat once again. That was it. It was not character development. Yeah, they got some character development, especially, you can see some with Zoro. Nami got some. Usopp a little bit. Luffy some. Chopper a little bit. Sanji not really. Nico Robin doesn't seem that much, if any. Frankie, a little bit. Brook got some. Very it agreed, but it wasn't much. They were not anywhere near their goals. Remember this: no Straw Hat is near his or her goal. So why should Usopp? People just want, oh, but we want this to say repetitive. It's not repetitive. People need to go back, do their research, go back and also read literature. This is what I suggest, folks. Read literature. Watch and read a bunch of fiction. And then come back to me and tell me Usopp's characterization. You don't expect this to happen. As well as understanding his goal, as well as understanding character development. This chapter was massive as far as in character development of Usopp's character. Usopp's running. Once again, Usopp's running, right? Then the Tontatas. And then the faith of the Tontatas. Even if when they found out as was it Sawyer? I forget. But one review I remember watching this, like, even after they found out they've been lied to about Usopp, they still had faith in Usopp or Uso Island. And the torture. Even Sugar went down for it. But Trable with the torture, beating down, and he's telling them, it's like, how some people say, you believe there's a God? Why doesn't God just strike somebody down with lightning? Oh, there's no God. And this thing. That's kind of the whole taunting he was doing. Where's your hero now? He's not there. They had faith, and and Usopp couldn't take anymore, and he couldn't take the pain. Remember, he forgot about Robin. So it wasn't nothing about that. It was about Usopp. This is Usopp's time. And Usopp comes back in there, and he tells the truth. He's like, yeah. What he says is, I'm right, I'm not this, I'm a coward, I'm not a hero. And then what he said was something beastly. A pirate is a pirate. Now, the Tontatas don't care, the dwarves don't care. But what he said was beastly. He's like, a pirate is a pirate. I'm not a hero. That whole, statue next to Norland, if I die, he's ready to go out like a soldier now. And he's like, yeah, I will be your legendary hero. But what he said, a pirate is a pirate. What did Luffy say? I said this before. What did Luffy say? And Zoro kind of echoed it. He used sake, alcohol, beer, whatever he used. Luffy used meat. But he's like, a pirate, okay, I don't want to be a hero. I like heroes, but heroes share their meat with everybody. I don't want to share my meat with anybody. I do what I want. Look at Luffy. He's a freedom-loving pirate. He does what he wants, when he wants to, how he wants to. That's it. Bar none. If you try to mess with that, then you get screwed over. He's morally and big. His morality is highly in question. I said that. And with his morality being highly in question, because I made a video, and I said this before. I made a video previously, sometime last year, when I said, I made the question, is Luffy a new kind of character? Because he's neither hero nor anti-hero. He's somewhere in the middle. He does very many heroic deeds, but he's not a hero. He does some way more things. Like he stole on Skypiea. Now they would have given him something, but he stole nonetheless. He doesn't mind. I mean, he doesn't really on Punk Hazard. He let the I know they were against him, but still, Caesar Clown was killing off, or seemingly kill off, some of the Brownbeard's old crew. You feel what I'm saying? Those his assistants, and Luffy just stood there, like, you feel me? He'll avenge people, but he allows junk to happen. He doesn't care, you know. In a lot of ways, he doesn't care. You feel me? Now, while I care about stuff, that's another thing I like about. He just doesn't care. So people get it confused. They think he's stupid and dumb. Luffy's not stupid nor dumb. He just doesn't care about a lot. So it leads to naivete, and he's carefree in a lot. But you feel me? And I believe he'll get more serious and darker. And to another point, I have to throw this in here. One person said, well, Luffy seems out of character because he's just sitting there doing nothing, because this was actually a part of the chapter. You think he would be, he's not out of character. People need to realize character. Luffy, look, Luffy is told to wait. It's a plan. He trusts people. You feel what I'm saying? He understands the situation. You're like, you think Luffy will hurry up because Sanji's by himself in his leg, you know, dealing with big man. What is Luffy supposed to do? I mean, seriously, what is Luffy supposed to do? They're miles and miles away, kilometers upon kilometers away. They're heading to Zoe. He trusts his crew. It's not anything out of his character. He's focused on the mission, but he can't screw this up. Remember, if Luffy, and I've said this before, people need to realize the entirety of the conflict before starting to say a bunch of this foolishness. Because if Luffy clashes, if and when Luffy, well, I should say, when Luffy clashes with Doflamingo, it's nothing to play with. We're talking about heavily needing Don Quixote, Doflamingo. You saw what he did to Law, and Law's got great durability, so I give him that. You know, so, but I also don't think Doflamingo was trying to kill him. I really don't think Doflamingo was trying to kill him. You feel me? But anyways, all that to be said, everything, you gotta understand characterization. Luffy's acting the way he should, and especially considering he's more matured. Usopp's acting the way he does. And he went in there and he's a pirate, and now he's about to fight because he, you know, it's on him. Some might say morally obligated, I don't know, but it's bringing into question of him as a man. And he's like, yo, it's better to go out in death like this, in a blaze of glory, than to go out, you know, as a coward. And that, you could say heroic, but that's freaking a pirate. You know, it's a self-motivated kind of thing. You feel me? It's a bit of a selfish motivation. You know, I'm not knocking Usopp's character. I like, you know, he's my third favorite Straw Hat currently post-Timeskip after Luffy and Zoro. Those haven't changed. You know, Nico Robinson got bumped down to 4. Usopp came up from like 6, 7, somewhere around. I don't know. But anyways, all that to be said, Usopp's going in, and that plant shuriken, nice dog, against Treble. Now, how this fight will go out, I don't know. We didn't see Sugar. So it's like, and Usopp has a higher ground, and understand the key point on this. Usopp shredded all that fake identity. People could say, oh, where's Sogeking? Where's Sogeking? All that stupid. And I love how people made the observation and made me aware even more so of, you know, he forgot about Robin. Good. We don't need Sogeking. He is Sogeking. He's the king of the snipers, but he don't need a mask. Screw that mask. Take that off and be who you are, Usopp. And that's part of the way to gain your courage. People like, where's Sogeking? Where's it? Get that fugazi out of here and let Usopp do his thing. Oda just showed y'all what it is. He just showed y'all how to do character development in one chapter. That's how you do it. That's why Oda played all this up, as people kept saying build up, because he's putting in that work. And Usopp will continue putting in the work. How this fight will go down, I've been saying he can defeat them, but I'm not talking utter defeat, because Usopp shouldn't be able to utterly defeat, because Treble's supposed to be on the level of Diamante and Pika, and those are supposed to be on the level of Zoro and Sanji. I'm just saying though. But at the end of the day though, Usopp faces off against Treble and Sugar better than anyone in the crew. Pretty much he's as a sniper. So we may see, you know, maybe Usopp's a lot stronger than what we took him for. Because originally took him for post-Timeskip. Or maybe he came up. Maybe he came up now, but it's only been a day. But maybe he just hasn't shown. Because currently he's at 8. Nami's below him. But Usopp may actually, in fact, be like 5 or 6. He may be up there with Frankie. I'm just saying, because I still have Chopper post-Timeskip. If we talk about all out, Chopper at 4 because of Monster Point and other reasons. I mean, I don't see anybody below the Monster Trio really messing with that. They'll do damage, but I don't see them messing with that. They'll take a couple of them to chop her down. So, all that being said, beautiful by Oda. Now, to the point of Kyros, okay? Kyros was a... Bro, did y'all see this 15... When he was 15, putting in with murking fools because they screw with his folks. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all see this flashback? I'll get to my whole theory I did. But let me talk about this Kyros stuff. I knew it. The Toy Soldier, the moment we saw Toy Soldier, now the statue ain't pretty much history, but at the time, but that Toy Soldier was, I liked it. Look, Toy Soldier, I liked them from the get go. And plus, they referenced to Nutcracker. Nutcracker, is a soldier. The whole thing, Toy Soldier. And think about Shady, Eminem's song Toy Soldier. Like Toy Soldier or whatever, how the title is, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyways, doggone Toy Soldier son, Kyros as it, and then we see what happened. King Riku comes up in there and he asks him, he's like, yeah, chill your jets, bro, chill your jets. You're murdering my folks. Can't be having you do this. And I'm gonna have you killed because they want to shoot him. It was like y'all overreacting here. How about this? I wager you something. You get 100 wins in the Coliseum, and I'll let you be free. How about that? Kyros was like, alright, I come in there, let's do this thing. Pop it, pop, 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 pop. Just laying fools out in record time, 100 wins, no problem, using a blunt sword. Now, there's a few reasons as to why I can use a blunt sword. Some have given, because the Coliseum wasn't bloody. Others because of his reputation, he didn't want to be seen as a murderer any longer. Others because he would have killed folk and he wasn't really about that, and he only killed if he had to, and he was already doing heavy damage. Others because, showmanship. There could be multiple reasons, I don't know. Until we hear from Kyros or King Riku himself, we don't know. But we see that Rebecca, part of the reason why she uses a blunt sword is because Kyros, but she ain't on Kyros level. She doesn't have Kyros strength. She, even at 15, if we were face, and plus she's a pacifist, she probably has observation. She's trained in evasive, but you saw he was sad. They consider him a savage. They consider him a beast cage. He was just putting in work. Rebecca's been winning, but she ain't Kyros. She ain't a pops. She's not a pops. So, so they take that into consideration. I know you're saying she's 16, but she's not a pops. She didn't want to fight. She's a pacifist, and people with the straw hat, no, get her out of here. I already do to dismiss this. Now, anyways, when we take into consideration, and plus Kyros isn't even the king's son, so take that into consideration for what Violet and Rebecca need to be in Dressrosa. You get where I'm going with this one. But anyways, so he wins, and he's like, and then Riku's like, yo, you can be, or Kyros is like, I can be free or something after 100 wins, right? But it's like, nah, I'm deciding I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna mess with these folk. I'm gonna get my rep. I'm gonna get my respect. I'm gonna earn mine. I earn my stripes. So he wins 200, and then we skip over to 1,000 wins. Now remember, his record is 3,000 wins. He only won one injury. This dude's ripped. I'm not gonna lie. He's 19. He's got 1,000 wins. So it's 4 years later. So he's the same age at this point in the story that this point in flashback that Luffy is. Okay, current post-Timeskip Luffy. So that's something interesting to consider. So he has 1,000 wins, and he's crying and weeping because he's like, I want people to forgive me. I want them to forget what I've done, the history, the name that I have is murder and whatnot. And he's actually weeping at his friend's grave. And I believe that's what his friend's grave is, a couple of friends. And Riku's behind him. So Riku's going to become a father figure. Go figure. But Riku's going to, adopt a father figure. But Riku's been kind of hard on him. So it's a strange relationship they have. But what can I say about him? This flashback. And I believe we're going to get some more in the next chapter, which I'm going to love, which unfortunately is not, I'm actually not too concerned, upset over, because, we're not going to get it the next week, but 2 weeks from now, or 2 weeks from Wednesday, whatever. Oda, do what you gotta do, take your rest. I understand when Ngaka's, they take issues off and whatnot. But I know Oda's gonna come back with that fire. I want more of this Kyros. See, this is how you do flashbacks. Otaka with the Armatoron arc is doing the flashback arc. That's beautiful. Mitsutoshi does art flashbacks beautiful. Togashi, of course, Ichiro Oda. Look at this. This is how you do flashbacks. Kishimoto should have taken notes. That's what I'm saying. Look how you know, short, sweet, and to the point. Useful information. It expands and develops characterization and characters. That's just what it does. You know what I'm saying? It makes them relevant. This is how you do flashbacks. Not unnecessarily all over the place, you know, flashbacks. They won't add anything to the story, but this is how you do flashbacks. I want to know more about Kyros. Kyros is a dude, and this gives me, and this is my final point, this gives me even more validity to the theory I have. I believe that Kyros is the next Straw Hat. Think about all the factors. First of all, now we don't know his goal, okay? We didn't know about, let's see, we knew about Luffy's goal from day one. Zoro's goal, did we know about until he met Mihawk? Oh no, we might have known it earlier, I forget. I know we didn't know Nami's goal until later on in the Arlong Park arc, so think about that. That was a couple arcs later. Sanji's goal, we learned about in the Bharate arc. Usopp's goal, I forget when we learned it. Chopper's goal, we learned in that arc. Robin's goal, when did we learn Robin's goal? Did we learn in Alabasta or after Alabasta? I can't remember. Frankie's goal, we learned it. Ennis Lobby, the end, you know, ending after the whole Ennis Lobby affair and the Ennis Lobby arc. And Brooke's goal, Laboon, we learned at the end of Thriller Bark. But I mean, if you go by Nami, we didn't learn her goal till a little bit later. You know, he wants, his goal right now is, as you know, bringing a country safe for his children. I mean, he could stay and raise his children, but I mean, I can definitely see him as a Straw Hat. First of all, his goal, who knows? Who knows at this point? You know, we don't know enough about the character of Kyros, and we haven't even seen him back alive. We don't see how his interaction with Luffy is, but he could have a goal. I see Luffy loving the dude. I mean, come on, you saw how Luffy looked at him. You saw how Rebecca. Look at that statue. Look at that statue. Go back and look at that statue and tell me that's not something Luffy loves manly stuff. I remember how he pretty much demeaned Shirahoshi, the mermaid princess, because she was a crybaby. He loves manly stuff. Tell me he wouldn't, Kyros wouldn't get along with Luffy, with Zoro, with Son. You feel me? He's manly. Plus his fighting style, he uses a blunt sword. He's a swordsman with a blunt sword. That's something new. We haven't seen that. I'm pretty sure his whole evasive. I mean, he taught Rebecca, so I'm pretty sure he's a master of his own style. He's a gladiator. And yo, he's the Maximus of One Piece, though. The Maximus. How do you not have the Maximus of One Piece on your crew? And I keep saying they need more strong combatants on the crew. Currently, they only have 5 combatants, which is Straw Hat Monkey D. Luffy, Pirate Hunter Roronoa, Blackleg Sanji, who also is a hybrid. He serves as a cook as well. Usopp, who's a sniper. Sogeking Usopp, who's a sniper. Brook, Soul King Brook. Brook is, you know, a quick sword. He's a swordsman. He's quick. Zoro's a powerful swordsman. Sanji, you know, with his kicks, and Luffy's a freestyle fighter. Another swordsman isn't a problem as long as he has a completely different style, which he'll have a completely different. And it seems like he's a soldier. He's a gladiator. He can use multiple things. He came in the shown thing using a pipe. I mean, he apparently can use a gun. He's like, this sort of, in this chapter, this sort of look like it'll do justice. Get me back in there. He's confident he can face off against Doflamingo and his top tier folk. I'm just saying though, we need this high powered kind of thing. And Kyros looks like a badass. Okay, tell me he doesn't look like a badass. Tell me that. And I mean, we need somebody from the new one. We already know about Jinbei. Jinbei will come. And I keep saying we need 5 to 6 more Straw Hat members. We understand about allies, but I'm talking about crew members. Okay, that will leave us 14 to 50. There will be 14 to 50 crew members. Because think about Yonko crews. Think about it. Big Man's crew ain't no joke. Shoot, you saw Whitebeard's crew. We had 14 divisions. I'm just saying though, and 40 plus allies. allied pirate crews. Then you think of Blackbeard. Blackbeard has doggone 10 divisions, 10 captains, which Jesus Burgess is one of them, and probably the rest. And he must have had somebody else join his crew as a main one. But anyways, he's got 10 division commanders. Then you have Kaido with 500 artificial Zoyus. I'm just saying though. And then we also have Shanks. Shanks' crew looked at least 25 deep. I mean, we don't know. He didn't look like he had other division. I don't know, but he had at least 25 deep. I mean, think about it. Shoot, Ben Batman is beastly. Ben Batman obviously is above Admiral level. That's obvious. Then you had Lucky Rouge's monster, Yasa, the father of Usopp. I'm just saying though, and that also brings back to my point that Usopp going to be the fourth most powerful Straw Hat. End of series. You know, I have Brook being the fifth, unless we have people like Aokiji into the crew. That's a whole nother thing. But you have Kyros. Kyros instantly bumps up the fighting prowess of the Straw Hats, which they desperately need. They simply need numbers. And Dressrosa, come on, Dressrosa, like, I mean, think about, look at all the facts behind it. I mean, he's got the tragic backstory. He's lost loved ones. He lost his wife. I mean, seriously, his wife got killed. And I'm just saying, I'm pointing everything. You know, this video is long enough. But yo, Kyros, I'm pumped. I want Kyros. Manly. He did all this other foolishness. I don't mind. Yeah, another female. You know, that's fine and dandy. But I'm just saying though. It makes sense. It makes sense. And if you think about the history of One Piece, you had 5 in the East Blue. Most arcs, you got a Straw Hat. And you think about it, in terms of the Straw Hats when it came post East Blue, you're thinking in the Grand Line of Paradise, you had Chopper actually came quite early. He actually came before the Alabasta arc. Robin actually comes in the Alabasta arc, okay? And plus we got 4, and it seems to be winding down. You can say they may only have 3, but I don't know this. But anyways, we had Frankie at the end of this lobby, Water 7. We had Brook at Thriller Bark. Yeah, except for Chopper, they came in at pretty significant times. Chopper's recruit, well, he is a ship's doctor. But anyway, that's a whole, you know, I'm just thinking out loud. But yeah, Kyros for Straw Hat, the next Straw, real, make it happen, over. Make it happen, make me right, make me a believer, let me see this. Let me, please, come on, man. He's different. I mean, I eventually wouldn't mind. I mean, some of my guesses in the past have been Aokiji, Trafalgar Law, Jewelry, Bonnie, you know, obviously Jimmy has to join, you know. And another point I'll make about Kyros before I said this video will be done, but you know, I'm kind of rambling, I'm just going on. One of the things, I mean, maybe could we get a samurai? I don't see, I don't want too many swordsmen, but I wouldn't mind a lot of swordsmen. A samurai, Kinemon, because of his son, I don't see it, but maybe a samurai, maybe a giant. Maybe one of Albath. You know, I say Usopp needs training in Albath, but maybe one from Long Leg, maybe a Long Leg tribe. I don't know. I'm throwing stuff out there now. And we also did say that we know Kyros, and this is what I'm talking about, his battle powers. He defeated a merman. It said he defeated Giant. You had all these dudes coming after him. He was unscathed. Even, you know, who gets unscathed? Who gets unscratched? Look at Zoro has his cut. Luffy has his march. Different folk got theirs. I'm just saying though. The unexpected one to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on this chapter. Tell me your thoughts on Usopp, on Kyros. Come on, tell me Kyros is not the next Straw Hat. Tell me. I don't know if anybody else is saying that, but I've been saying it. I'm calling it finally for real. Alright, y'all. Till next time. Peace.